And it's good for my idea. He's laughing. It's always a nigga. Hold up. Pimp C talk about prostitution.
Motherfucking niggas this up.
He said something about everybody ain't bad in the prostitution ring, or anything of that. And I'm gonna tell you about my experience. I talked to some people in that situation in Dallas, and there are some pretty good women in those situations in Dallas and things. And I'm gonna tell you about that situation. When Pimp C talking about it got some good on both sides. Everybody's not bad. Everybody's not bad. Hold up.
Never put a red G for the dudes out here that are really not bad people, but that are trapped in a situation trying to get out and get killed, trying to get out, or somehow told why they trying to get clean from being dirty. You know, it's there a place for good people like why that hustle is not a bad person. Why they in a prostitution is not a bad person.
And I can speak from experience. I talked to some, but I also want to understand this. With this blueprint that got, we'll be able to put people. Now, these niggas talk about things. I think they haven't had a leader around them to guide them because all they did is want money, but they're not educating people. They're not putting them in the books because they fear a domination. They fear control. And you need somebody that can have the computer side. Me just understanding how it is, listening to Pimp C in this matter. And this will be a good idea for the property, that my idea, the music mansion properties, that we are going to be able to buy land. But I want everybody to be, every woman going to be their own bunch educated. You don't have your own, you're educated, you do what you want to do. Computer, you go to school, but this hip hop plays a big part of this too. So imagine Young Money Island, Cash Money Island, all the rest of these islands that are going on. And BG was on drugs. I mean, he was before he got like Hot Boy Twerk was on those things. And imagine them be able to help others out in a way that you'll never understand. But also, they don't know how to trap. They just cooking up and using these women. But also, you got to be able to put them in the computer. You got to put each woman in the computer. Say, I'm going to put you in each room, and you're going to take school classes online. You're going to go to school. You're going to do this. You got a computer. You got a desktop. You got a computer in each room. Things you can do. When my oldest brother Dominic, one time I had my apartment, and he came in there with strippers in my apartment, and I watched these strippers actually get dressed in my apartment one time, and I was talking to him and just having that great time of talking to him. And then one person told me in Dallas about my brother. I don't think my brother ever said that in that phone, but in those things, but things people are not doing things right, and I think that can be the biggest problem where it's the manipulation and control of macking and pimping. And you can't make a woman listen. You can't. You gotta let a woman educate herself in no format. She gotta be able to see her ways and see the spirit ways. And I think it's more people not seeing the spirit. So those the things with that situation. Imagine we buy a property with nothing on it, and everybody put mansions on those properties. And the main thing, every stripper and everybody have mentions on those things. This can help strippers out. It can help other people out in those different formats. But also, we able to give people education. But also, the crime is going to go down in the community because the gang members are going to have their own island, but they need to straighten up their business. The Bloods and the Crips, if they can straighten up their business, they don't have to worry about anybody. They can come together, Mexicans, everybody can come together and have their own island. And I just think that we're more of a domination program where that can make a big of effect, where you can leave these people alone. And we are see if this actually project actually get out, we are actually see the most safety in neighborhoods. If this project actually get where it's trying to get, the neighborhood would be most safely. The crime would be reduced in America because every gang member gonna have their own island. We don't, but they gonna have to straighten up their business to order to not be harassed and do all of this. Can they straighten up business and do more of the business side of things? And I think that's what we need to understand. Like, I don't have no problem with no Mexican and anybody. Like, when I had a conversation with people in Dallas County, one guy, they started the trip. I said, God damn, like, me and him actually having a conversation, and I like the way this going, and everybody trying to warn it. I'm like, damn, I can't have this conversation with this guy. We getting up in the morning. We getting up in the morning. He's telling his daughter. He telling me. I'm like, what is the damn problem? Like, we have so much related with each other. You see, Tyrese played the movies. The Rock played the movie. We have done so much together. It is nothing that we can't do as America as together. It doesn't matter, black or white or Mexican. I know it's still racist out there, but it ain't nothing we can't do together. And that is the main Shaq O'Neal coming back out. Look at him. Man, he been in the game for a long time. So those are the things. Imagine the platform we'll have. Imagine that we are going to see the crime reduce itself in the neighborhood at this actually took because every blood man they're gonna have Crips, they're gonna have their own island. But can they do they want to straighten up their business and do things right? Every blood should be a businessman. Everybody should be able to straighten up their business and educate themselves, not just know about the streets and know about the money. What's going on? How y'all doing? How everybody doing? What's going on? Hi y'all. What's on? What's going? What's popping with y'all? So the communities are gonna be safe, but also we gonna party up like a motherfucker. Okay, guys. Y'all don't know Bloods and Crips. Y'all don't know how much of fun this shit gonna be. Mexican. Everybody don't know how much of fun it's gonna be. You know how much of impact it's gonna be, and everybody have their own mansion and money. You know how much of impact it's going to be for country, techno, everybody. Shit, I even talked about having the club on there. But they gotta run it, the Bloods and the Crips and then gotta run to straighten up their business. You know what a person told me in Dallas? Get money start the way Hubert Sellers. Yes, we can be fair. Hubert Sellers, Hubert Jr., Baby Legend. This type in Hubert Sellers. I know I got a lot of Instagram. But they would have to straighten up they would have to straighten up things to be. But people don't understand. Imagine the property of those things and how that's gonna stop this. It's gonna stop this. Imagine the impact it's gonna make on everybody in the world. This is gonna change the foundation of us in a way. The Mexican culture. I talked to people in Cuba, Puerto Rican, Mexico, and it was a good idea. Kids wanted their dream to come true. So everybody think we playing both sides. And let me tell you something. You got to be about the business. You don't want people to come mess with you every day in your property. The thing is, when God got crucified, right? And we got to understand when God got crucified, and they say he'll die for us again, but that's not actually based on a true story because in human revolution, he's showing us can we learn from our mistakes and one day he may come back and walk amongst us. He always walking amongst us in the spirit, but can he walk amongst us now? And that can be the biggest problem where we can be at in those things. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you're a great guy, but you're not big. There can't be a more humiliating thing for a guy to hear, coming from a girl he just shared the bed with. Women across the world chase the big because bigger is always better. While she may be happy with you, deep down she is definitely in love with the big. Average guys are about only 4.5 down there, but big is at least 8. Only 1 out of 100 men are considered big. What's your number? If it's under 8, then stop everything you're doing right now, tap the watch now button below, and watch this video. In this short video, my friend Johnny was a
I
world
don't
famous.
have that damn problem. I really don't have that problem. But I can go very long, and that causes me women not to be able to handle it. Yeah,
Star teaches you the exact ritual he used to go from 4.5 to
I do not have
So
that problem.
and that's what I'm saying. You need this to okay, something is just I was black here. It is challenging, the stuff with one. So it's like, you have to stand up for you. So you set boundaries, clear boundaries. So what is really always have to stand up, right? And then when they get in a position of power, they see you a certain kind of way. It's like,
So yeah, man. So I really don't have that problem. Shit. I really don't have that problem. Really. You know, but that's the thing with that situation is,
I just hope you get this. You know, like somebody.
but we're doing things different. But I think if I had everybody in the mean way, we'd put houses and education and do things a lot more different. You know, and don't control nobody. 'Cause I don't want to be controlled. And I had 2 friends that was prostituting, 3 friends that was in prostitution, and one thing they didn't allow me to do is see them do drugs. So that was kind of different being around Storm and Nikki and other people. They care about me too much to this, and other people that did the arm thing. They cared about me too much, and they just told me, "You will go another way. I don't want to see you do this." And I just think when you have that, when people don't want you to do those things, but I never complained about what I see and what I see people doing, and never been that problem. So I don't judge. I never do those things, and I think where you can get on a way where you can help people in that way, but also give them a feet where you can educate them too, give them a computer, give them a chance to go to school, and they gotta want to do that. The shelters want people to stay in there a year, but if you come from the hospital, they should be already getting that together, getting it put, and they don't got that. And that'd be the move where people suffer at because the progress is not speeding up. You know, and that can be the shelters. They default to ride bodies on the street because they're not speeding up the progress. You gotta wait till 6 months or a year to get a freaking apartment, and that can be bad because lack of resources, lack of moving forward, lack of background, and you don't know how to get background checked more validated, lack of coming back or background. So that could be the most problem when you have in shelters where they're keeping people in there for a year or something, and that's not right. 3 to 4 months, that's at least 3 to 4 months. That's at least you should be in the shelter, and then you should start the progress of moving in those domains.
Very much so. But I feel like maybe now when people are going to be able to resist power.
So I just think where everybody needs to have their head on straight, put everybody in each room, and I think Pimp C actually spoke the truth. But people gotta want to change. You can still script and do it, and even though when I stayed in New Orleans or whatever, there is no people that script. That's not even a problem. You know, I don't get into that stuff and judge people on that script. I remember one girl in Dallas a long time ago. She wanted to do something bad to me in the strip club. She said he was just giving me this not fair. And she didn't ask for that much. It's a kind of love thing. Me, I always moved in a different way than anybody. I went to Newman Smith High School. I had a job at 14 and 15. I was going to Brookhaven colleges. I was doing theater, going to thrift stores, working. I always kept consistency. And I think I'm going to move even more of consistency. You know, I just think when they say the guy say you play on both sides, you got to know the business in both sides and straighten up your business. And I think what we can do better, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean you can't bang what you want to bang, but straighten up your business so you can have things. You know, you don't want to come and get your shit taken away from you every time. No, I don't want to give them a reason, you know, to take my shit. But I want everybody educated. Every time a policeman stops me, I'm telling them I'm doing a civil rights thing on their ass. I've been telling their ass. And I told them we got some lies going on in the streets. And I told them about this stuff, man. I said, look, we got enough lies going on. And I had to tell them, I had to tell my lawyer on the ass, man. The streets lying and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I had to stop that, man. You know, and you having Obama and them have to clean up the shit that they made because I'm that Bruce and them lied about, and the Yellow Breeze and them lied about, and Dallas and them lied about. You know, and they have to clean them up to say, you know, because they wanted to lie. People think about themselves in this matter and where they want to come up, and they was already watching. They was already watching already. And I think that's where the problem at. Yeah, I like your word. They was already watching. So it won't be that hard for these issues to get addressed. And I got nothing to do with it. It was watching me from the very first beginning. So they know they lied about the situation. I want y'all to pay attention to what was going on in Dallas. President Joe Biden was right down here in Dallas. He exposed those sex because they were being racist towards him. I got nothing to do with that. We was talking when he said it's time to get Social Security out of debt. He was listening to everything that I was talking about. Is you right? You don't even know. Pay attention to what's going on. He was watching everything. He knows, him and Obama and them knows about the lies. Knows about the lies. So it ain't nothing I can do can say if Joe Biden knows about it. Just because they say they're not talking about a case doesn't mean they're not talking about it. They know more than they put on. So I came up with the idea we're bringing Disney to Texas. I actually came up that platform, that fume thing is going to be a lot more different. The setting, but I might don't have that chance to see how this going to actually talk about it like I wanted to and address the issues like I want to. So there's so much other things coming on.
Customers who switched to Fred Loya Insurance saved over $1,700 a year. Visit FredLoya.com. You want John to disappear? Oh, yes!
But I want you to remember something. God said I sit 1,000 feet away from my gates. I got an angel on the left and an angel on the right. But your loved ones don't know. No, God was angry when he was on this earth. Just because he in the spirit, he was angry. When he saw people starving, he tossed them. They burned the Christianity flag. religion flag. That was a pretty interesting conversation. That's the flag. I see. Mm, 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 mm. I don't think fire will never be on the side. It is an image that people make. Those things can never happen in the heaven gates. I don't think that would never be the thing with it. Mm, mm. Hey, we're just 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm sorry, guys. It's it's blue and white flag Christianity. I forgot the name of that flag. Let me tell you something. My theory, look, I'm gonna tell you something.